everybody, welcome back to another sightseeing trip here in the Bell-47G. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We are in Hong Kong. We're going to go take a look, and I'll explain a little bit more once we get there. So let's hop on board and fire this thing up. Alright, we're on board the orange helicopter today. So we'll get this thing up and running. First thing we're going to do is we're going to bring on the master and the alternator. And we're going to get some lights on. Don't need the landing lights, but we will put on these strobes. Or maybe not. This is tying into my switches here. That's fine. So we're all set down there. We will put the mixture rich. Go to, I guess we'll leave it on 7,000. Not a big concern. We don't have ATC running here anyway. Let's get the prime on. Make sure the collective is down. Prime off, and we can now start the helicopter. There we go. Starting to come up. Temperatures are starting to rise, so we should be good to go. So we're here at the new airport here in Hong Kong, and we're going to fly to the east and head out over and take a look at Hong Kong itself and Hong Kong Island, see the city, the skyline, see if we can pick out some interesting points, and we will see what we have there. So I just got a couple different maps up so I can see what we're going to be talking about. Alright, so we'll get this thing up and going. I'm going to be using my throttles here for the first time in this, so it should give me a little bit smoother throttle responses. However, I'm going to be end up flying this thing with my left hand, which is not something I've done yet, so it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Well, there we are, coming up light on the skids. Alright, so we are going to head off this way a little bit. And we'll fly off on the side of the airport here. So we're getting some airspeed up. So we've got the main airport here, which is out on an island. Not sure the actual name of it, but you can see there's some buildings off to the side. I think this is where they did the land reclamation and then built the airport on top of it. And if you're watching my Asia Capital series, we flew into here the other day. Now when we did that, we had a freeware Hong Kong scenery. Which I'm not running for this. I've actually got a payware version up and running, so we'll see how different that looks in a minute. So we're 400 feet now. It's looking very nice. It's a huge airport. You see the shipping out in the channel there. It's courtesy of the cargo ship mod. You can see the rail link comes in into the airport island here. You can definitely see how big this place is, because we're doing 65 miles an hour almost. And it's taking us forever to get across the airport here. 700 feet. A little bit of ground deforming details, which we will see on this, but we're not really meant to be this low and slow. You can see the buildings that the mod has put in place over top of the photos of the buildings. But you'll see where this really shines in a little bit. So this is like a terminal island out here. A lot of fuel facilities and rail and road going in, as we can see. And we're flying by the buildings there. They look like big hotels or condos. Keep it about under 1,000 feet or so. Again, lots of shipping out here in Hong Kong. So we're going to cross over the mountain ahead. And that is where Hong Kong Disney World is. I'm not sure if it's how much of it's been put in, but we'll take a look. It's very cool sightseeing here. That's the area there across the water with the buildings. That's called Tuen Mun. It's a very hilly place. Didn't notice that until we were flying in the other day. Just how hilly it was. See some of the buildings on the horizon over there. So that's the main road leading down towards the airport. And I think there's actually a bridge that heads over to Macau, which is behind us. I think that road continues on that way. We're going to carry on up the coast here. So as I mentioned before, this is a very easy helicopter to fly. I'm in easy mode, as I do not have a proper collective and throttle for a helicopter here. So it's taking a little bit of the strain out of me by putting a governor in here, which the original does not have. And I do know that from experience, having actually logged half an hour of seat time in one of these with an instructor. I have told the story to people, but it was probably the 30 minutes of the most sweat-inducing flying I've ever done, and that includes aerobatics. A very green island over here. Just going to do this as I kind of forgot to do it before we took off. Get a little bit more fuel in there. This is just sightseeing after all, so I'm not too worried about mid-air refueling. Alright, so we're above 1,000 feet. It's going to bring this down a little bit. I don't want to get too high. Alright, so over here, we're going to fly over the mountain here. This is apparently where Disney World, or Disneyland Hong Kong is. So we're going to head over here. I know my nieces will be interested in seeing this. They're kind of Disney nuts. Not sure if there is anything here. We will see. I've only taken a really quick superficial look at it just to make sure everything was working okay. You can see the roads that would be leading into Disneyland here. Oh, there she is. Let's go over and take a look. It's a big lagoon. I see a castle. Looks like what might be Space Mountain. A helicopter landing site there. There we go. It's on the island there, that little community out there, that's Peng Chau. But here is your Hong Kong Disneyland. Yeah. Your rides and attractions and Space Mountain, your little square there, and the castle. Oh, there you go. Alright, so we're going to come back around this way. We're going to head up towards Kwai Chung area, which is in the main area of the mainland. And there's quite a few neat bridges here. We'll go take a look at those. First one we're going to come up to is between this island here and what's called Park Island, which is just a small island here. You can see it right there. It's got the first of these pretty cool bridges. There we go, there's the main road coming over, and there's the bridge. Looks pretty cool. There's Park Island. That's Singlun Tao and Cham Sen Soon over there. Again, that's the mainland kind of part that we have. The island's further out. Although technically I think there's a river that separates Hong Kong complete and China, but not exactly sure. Very nice with the residential buildings there. There's the bridge heading from that area. That's called Singyi. And ignore the wonky roads on the terrain, but that's the bridge heading north. They call it Lido Beach over there. Apparently it's a very scenic area. You got another pretty cool bridge. And this one. All different designs, which make it unique. This one's pretty neat, the way they've separated the road bed with the see-through sections on it. Coming into the more built-up areas. So we're coming up towards Kwai Chung. This, like I said, this is the Singyi village over here. A whole bunch of piers and vessels and stuff down there. Chai Wak Kok is coming up, and then right in front of us is Hsien Wan, and then just past that is Kwai Chung. We're going to come down here over the water. And then turn, follow the water down towards Kowloon. Again, ignore the terrain. I don't think Hong Kong was updated in the Japan update, so there's still some terrain issues. But we'll see why that kind of doesn't matter later on. Again, you'd be flying into the Hong Kong airport, so you'd be seeing this at a greater distance. There we go. I'll follow this down. And you can see where the photo of the bridge is on the river, and then you got the bridge itself that the mod authors put in. But look at these buildings. Just looks great. All these places you want to go to. We're having to do it in our virtual travels here. You can see this is the big harbor. Where all the shipping would come in. I'm going to fly over the harbor, past some of the shipping. Again, some of this has been put in, or a lot of these have been put in by the mod author, and a couple of them are the ships from the shipping pack. Just how hilly it is. That's something you don't really pick up on unless you've actually been here. It's just the amount of hills and the amount of how the buildings are set into the valleys all around, and you get these green peaks everywhere. I was aware of like the Mount Victoria, which is just over there, which we will go to. See all the shipping containers. So we've got Hong Kong itself coming up now, and Kowloon. There's a lot of parkland out here as well, you can see, especially up some of the mountains there. So we're at about 900 feet. Some beautiful sights here. So that's Hong Kong Island across the water, and the very famous skyline that you see is actually from the mainland side here down across the island, and you get the water and everything, and it looks really good, as we will see in a bit. Shipping containers and cargo vessels and shipping vessels and fishing vessels. Oh, we're slowing down a little. Let's get the speed up. Ah, looks amazing. All right. Let's take a look outside and see how she looks. That looks pretty cool. That scenery is absolutely awesome. It's a really big building there, right here on the water. We're down on the West Kowloon Cultural District here. And there's what looks like the cruise ship terminals, right here at the bottom. That's at Mount Victoria. There's an observation post you can go up and look down over the city from, which is pretty cool. Here we have the cruise ships. And that looks like the ferry terminal, and there's one of the ferry boats going across. You can see the job he's done on these buildings. They look really, really good. A couple of helipads on that one. No idea if you can actually land on these things or not. Not sure I want to try. It's the one. You see the green spaces on top of the buildings. So there's a pool in that one. So coming up ahead of us, where that cruise ship is parked at that terminal, is the old Kai-Tak Airport. We're gonna head over there to take a look at it. So we're over Simsha-Sioux right now. It's an area that this is called. Fly between these buildings and head over to this little harbor at Kowloon Bay. We'll take a look at where the old airport was. And then we're going to take another look at the Hong Kong Island. It's got to be a hotel with a pool and everything in it. Of course, this is the major financial capital of Asia. Some very unique buildings. Okay, looking really cool. So this is the way the jets used to come in. They'd come in over the water, then up over the city here. And on the hills would be the famous orange-white checkerboard that they would use as an indicator over there. And then they would make their final right turn over those light brown buildings and then come in, and there's the runway right there that they would land on. So you can search YouTube and look up Kai-Tak Hong Kong Airport, and you can see them doing these landings, flying just over top of these buildings. It was pretty amazing. So this is To Kwa Wan area. We're over now. So we're going to fly over the airport here. And there you can see the length of the runway. This is all being cleared out and reclaimed for other uses. And one of the uses is, of course, is a cruise ship terminal. You can see the ship there and the terminal at the end. So this is the community of Kowloon Bay. And then there's Nagao Tau Kok, I think, is in there. And then, you know, it carries on down. Of course, plenty of fishing vessels all in the water here. So pretty awesome. But what we're going to do now to close up is, you know, Hong Kong is well known for how it looks at night. So let's go in and see it at night. That worked. Not sure why my... Oh. Well, we'll leave that on. I don't know, I haven't fully configured the switches in this control setup. You can just see how cool this looks. Look at that. Welcome to Hong Kong, folks. Let's go down and take a little look along the Hong Kong island. See, some of the boats are lit up. Take another look at us from outside, see what we look like. Oh yeah, we got the lights going. There we go. There's that famous cityscape ahead. I recognize some of the buildings here as we went, as I took a quick look at this place the other day. The lighting is just fantastic. I mean, look at this place. Looks great. Come down along the waterfront here. So we're now down over the area proper. And there are should be a couple bridges here. I'm not sure if we passed one of them. But we're coming up to what's called the Tamar Park area. And again, just looking fantastic. All your signs. This is the convention center. And then we got the ferry docks coming up. You can see the ferry boat still working its way across. It does move. It does go back and forth, which is really cool. Hitachi, Haier, I saw Panasonic, Olympus, TCL. Yep, there's the ferry. She's almost made it. That building with the white lines going all the way up, you see that in a lot of night photos of Hong Kong. Ferris wheel, there's the pulling into the docks. And then we got the Sun Yat-sen Memorial Park, and then there's the Western Harbor Crossing Bridge. Should be up here. I don't think he's got it in yet. I don't remember seeing it. But this is a mod he's going to keep updating. And it looks really, really cool. There's the top of the purple building. Let's get a little bit of climbing going here. We'll come up over the city. Head up towards the top of the hill there, and then we'll turn around and take a look and see what we can see. Well, still got that light on for some reason. That's fine. Throw our landing light on just in case. See, we're getting kind of close to the ground there. See the houses? There's the light showing the ground. There we go. We're coming up to the top here. Do a bit of a turnaround. We'll take a look back towards Hong Kong. And there she is. So, thank you very much for joining me on the flight. I hope you enjoyed and got to see some interesting things. It looks amazing. The scenery, if you want it, is available on the Steam Workshop, and you can look it up on the web for his own website. And it does look fantastic. So there you go, folks. Hong Kong day and night. We'll see you next time. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, stream a couple times a week, and videos when they go up. See you next time. Bye for now.